Good morning, YouTube. It is 9:04 a.m. I have not walked yet because I'm still checking batches. Everything that needed to get done work-wise got done, but not until yesterday, which I got on Saturday, and it was still broken and things weren't sent. So someone got on yesterday and finished it. Anyways, today is just a normal Monday. I might try to do a little bit of packing. There's not a ton to pack, but I need to just clean some things up. Like I have random things laying around. I want this desk cleared off by Wednesday so they can just take it, and that desk. I just kind of want all the loose items in a box. Not necessarily taped up, but at least so I can just grab it. Because after today and tomorrow, we're moving, which is crazy. Crazy. I really like this house. Anakin kind of, every house that we've lived in with Anakin has been like a milestone house, like the first house, the one we brought him home to in Utah. Then we moved, and that's where he started walking. This house is when he really started talking and fluently talking to where you can have a conversation with him and really getting aware, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have kids, but there's this moment where they go from goo goo gaga to I'm a kid, and they don't remember the shift. So he doesn't seem to remember Utah very much, even though it was a year and a half ago maybe. But he remembers this place, and this place is important to him, and he doesn't even want to move. He didn't like that we were showing this house to somebody for them to rent. So yeah, this house is special in its own way, It's a rental, but there are memories here. Memories in all three of our last three houses with Anakin. Speaking of that, isn't that crazy? He's almost 4, and this will be his 4th move. That's how much we move. That is how much we move, which sucks. Which is why I'm so happy we're buying a house. We don't need to move that much. But anyways, that was not planned on talking. I wasn't planning on talking about that. But yeah, welcome to Monday. I'm going to attempt to work on the UGC video today. I know he said he could help me if I needed it, but I think I'm going to make something that I think he will like and then send it to him and then see how far away from each other we are, if you know what I mean. If it's something he doesn't like at all, I'll use his insight moving forward. But if he's yeah, that's awesome, then we can go from there. Because the examples he sent me weren't very hard. The hardest part will be the examples have them holding a physical book, and the book I have is an eBook. So we got to figure that out. I'm debating on either showing me scrolling through it on a computer screen or screen recording on my phone, or I don't know. Maybe I can be reading it with my tablet and show me doing that. That sounds kind of fun. Not fun, but it sounds kind of like a good idea. Just thought of that. Thanks, guys. You guys are so good at listening. We talked through so many things. Currently on my second walk of the day. It's a little after 10. Shaq's on my TV. But I still haven't heard back from the UGC deal that I did with the telehealth app, telehealth website. I guess it's a website. They're supposed to give me feedback early this week, and hopefully they like it. I'm starting to think I'm being a little too fancy with the videos, because everything I'm hearing is these companies want this stuff as organic. It's because if you ever see Reservation Dogs, he says it's organic.
White man's bullets. What? I said white man's bullets. Sugar. They invented to help kill us. Knew we had sweet tooth. Shit, we're still fighting chemical warfare, bro. You're helping fund our efforts.
What are you in line for then?
Energy drink. It's natural. It's made out of energy. It's organic.
And then I started repeating it, and now that's just part of my vocabulary, I guess. But they want organic content, as in, like, it doesn't look like the person was paid to do it. So, like, fancy editing and, you know, fancy camera work and, you know, stuff like that. I don't think they like that much. And I've been doing the videos on this camera and editing them pretty well, putting music in them. So we'll see if they like it. But I haven't had anyone really dislike a video yet since I've started actually knowing what I'm doing. My very first video, the hunting sniper paid UGC deal, my very first one, he didn't like how I did it initially, but I didn't know what he was looking for. I thought he was wanting like an influencer type video where I give my, you know, like give my own opinion on it from like my personal, like me, Corey point of view. He wanted like just a commercial, like I was acting, which I didn't know was a thing, and that's how we got to this area. But so since then, I have not had anyone just straight up dislike the video I made. Everyone's been like, yeah, perfect. So we'll see what this one is. This will be my highest paid UGC video yet, which it isn't super expensive. It's only $100. The hunting sniper video paid 70. The indie game paid 25, but I didn't mind doing that one for 25 because I was still like in my infancy stage, and he was like, hey, will you do me a second video? And so I did it. It's one of those things where someone's just gonna take the L, you know what I mean? Like eat the cost or whatever. So I'll just do that. I'll just take my payment. It's fine. They don't know what typical, you know, UGC videos go for. They just said, hey, if we do another one if we pay you 25. I'm like, sure. Got an email from our lender's assistant, and she's saying we're still short on closing costs, which if you guys remember, I went on a big rant about our closing costs changing over and over again. And so I emailed back kind of borderline passive aggressively. It wasn't really towards her. It was just like the whole process. I feel like the communication with this whole process has been terrible. Like, how are we 2 days from closing and I'm just now hearing that you need all this extra money because you just have to show the bank that you could afford it or something? Like, apparently we can use our 401ks though because we're not actually going to spend the money. It's just to show that you have access to money. So we used our 401ks, but it's just annoying, you know? Like, why? The communication's been so bad. Like, we need to know all these things up front ahead of time. Final numbers, you know, final everything, and it just keeps changing. All right, guys, got an email. Congratulations, your files received final approval. It has been my pleasure to work with you throughout this process. Redacted and redacted will contact you soon with details and further instructions regarding scheduling your closing. Boom. We're approved finally for the house, 100%. And now we just close on Wednesday. We pushed it really close. I thought all that would be approved way before closing, but I guess I don't know how houses work. Just filmed the LSAT UGC video, and I think it came out pretty good. Or came out pretty well. I'll include it in this video. And took me maybe 20 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer. And it'll pay $100. And I put a watermark on it because I don't have the benefit of like a platform. Like if you do it on a platform like SocialCat or Fiverr or something, they can't really screw you because like, you know, if they don't pay you, then you just do customer service and something happens. I don't know. I'm sure they have to pay you before they even get their video. But if you're doing a side gig, just through email, Gotta protect yourself. I saved the contract and I watermarked it. I'm not saying I don't trust them. It's just something I want to start from the beginning to protect myself because I don't want somebody screwing me. And I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it happens a lot.